a student of Hansraj Mahila Mahavidyalaya Jalandhar, BCom Sem 4, and my name is Simran Kaur. Today I am here in front of you to present my presentation on the topic of India, the next superpower. Firstly, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to our principal, Dr. Mrs. Ajasreen, and HOD of Commerce and Management, Ms. Kamaldeep Kaur ma'am, and special thanks to our in charge ma'am, Ms. Binu Gupta, for their proper guidance and to give us golden opportunity of this seminar. And I really thankful to our dear classmates for their pleasant support and guidance. And now I started my topic. Here are the contents of my topic. Firstly, the definition of superpower, then education, infrastructure, economic growth indicators, Indian middle class, outsourcing, IT exports, defense, science and technology, tourism, SWOT analysis, and at the end, conclusion. Firstly, the definition of a superpower. In short, a superpower is that where a country has a great military and political power, and now a country that has this capacity to project dominating power and influence anywhere in the world, generally characterized by strong growth rate, defense power, and foreign influence, and so many plausibly attain the status of global hegemon. And now, the first is education. In the field of education, our India ranks third position after China and USA, which includes 17,973 institutions, in which 348 are universities and 17,625 are colleges. And there are 20 central universities and the rest state universities. Average enrollment of students are 530, and most private and foreign universities and colleges focus on business studies, engineering and IT. Now, the infrastructure. In the field of infrastructure, our India ranks 44 out of 168 countries, and in infrastructure, $9 billion program to upgrade 25 airports and 54 billion earmarked for construction of roads and highways. 100% foreign direct investment allowed in this sector. Improvement in public infrastructure including schools, hospitals, offices, etc. Therefore, we can say that our India ranks great position in the field of infrastructure. There are some illustrations of infrastructure of the Indian economy. You can see in the pic that there are 4 buildings. At the 4th number, there is Vikas Minar, which is 54 meters high, and at the 3rd number, Qutub Minar, which is 72.5 meter high building, and at the 2nd position, Hinsalia building, which is 88 meters high, and the most highest building, which is 91.9 meter high, and it ranks first position in Indian economy. Now, the economic growth indicators. The growth rate of per capita income in 2007-8 is projected to be 7.2%, the same as the average of the 5 years to the current year. Average income would now double in a decade, well within one generation instead of after a generation. Now, you can see in the pic that our India ranks 12th position after 11 countries in the field of GDP in the world, which is 1.09 trillion. Now, the Indian middle class. According to the study of McKinsey, 431 million fewer Indians live in extreme poverty today than 1985 level. In 2005, private spending reached about 17 trillion rupees. The median family income in India is approximately rupees 4,500 a month. By 2007, Indian middle class was 50 million people, and by 2020, it will be 583 million, which is 41% of the population. Now, the effect of Chandni Chowk to Big Bazaar. It is a great journey of past decades in Chandni Chowk to now the times of Big Bazaar. You see in the pic that Chandni Chowk is known as a rushy market where people has to face many types of problems in their shopping destinations, but now it becomes easier in now times that people can purchase their things in a single market known as Big Bazaar, which is a great mall. Now the outsourcing, with over 41,000 employees, India is the second largest employer in IT software and services industry. 70,000 private training institutes for computer education, 1 million trained every year. We also to some extent outsource our pharmaceutical knowledge to other countries. You people can able to see in the pic that IT exports. In the field of IT exports, our India ranks 8th position in the field of exporters, and in 2000 our India ranks at third level, and now from 2008 to the now 2020 India ranks 80th position in the field of IT exports, which is the largest exporter in the world. Now the defense, the Indian Army has a total troop strength of around 2.5 million. It is the second largest training army in the world. The Indian Air Force has a strength of approximately 17,000 personnel and 1,242 combat aircraft. It is the fourth largest air force in the world after US, Russia and China. Now the science and technology. In the field of science and technology, our India develops day by day. In January 2007, India became the fourth nation to complete atmospheric entry. In October 2008, India launched its first unmanned lunar probe, which operated until August 2009. On 24 September 2014, India became the fourth nation to have a satellite orbiting Mars. Now the tourism. Tourism contributes 6% of India's GDP and employed 40 million people, making it an important factor in India's economic growth. More than 8 million foreign tourists arrived in the year 2015 against 7.68 million in 2014, recording a growth of 4.4% over 2014. Now the SWOT analysis, which is the strength, weakness, opportunities and threat of the Indian economy. In the field of strength, agriculture is the great strength of the Indian economy, and at the second level there is a high percentage of cultivable land. There is abundance of natural resources in India. India is at third largest reservoir of engineers, and there is a huge pool of labor force and so many strengths. And in the field of weakness, the first weakness of Indian economy is there is low literacy rates, and second, the poor infrastructure facilities, low productivity, rural-urban areas are divided, so there it leads to inequality in living standards. Now the opportunities of Indian economy are that inflow of foreign direct investment, huge foreign exchange earning prospect, huge population of Indian diaspora in foreign countries, example NRIs, and there is vast forest area and diverse wildlife, etc. India has two threats from agriculture, excessively dependent on monsoon. There is a huge explosion in population. There is a high fiscal deficit. There are growing import bills, and India has threat of government intervention in some states, etc. And now the future is coming. India is one of the fastest growing economic superpower with potential to become the world's largest economy by 2020 and in upcoming years. Now the golden bird will fly again is that India is a country that once upon a time was called the golden bird. We have fallen from where we were before, but now we have the chance to rise again. So our golden bird will fly again. And now at the end is result that only India and India is the next superpower of the world. Thank you. So guys, I want to say that stay indoors, stay safe and protect